my amazing fans. How are you doing? Are you keeping safe? All right, welcome on board to Healthy Lifestyle platform where we discuss our health. All right, today I want to talk about ways or food that can actually shrink fibroids. So, my friends, let's talk about food that can actually shrink fibroids. Food that has the capacity to shrink fibroids. We know fibroids are non-cancerous growth or benign growth that are found in the walls of the uterus inside the womb. Okay, womb is one of the reproductive organs found in the woman pelvis. It's very important. It's the womb that actually houses a baby. It's where the baby stays for 9 months before the baby is being delivered. So it's very important we talk about this organ, okay? And then this fibroid is very common. It affects 80% of women. In fact, 2 in every woman suffers fibroids. Yes, statistics show that although some people are not really showing symptoms, but it's very common, some can have it at some point in their reproductive age. Fibroid affect women between 16 to 50 years. This is the reproductive age. Mostly women from 30 to 50 years experience fibroids. And this is because of increase in estrogen hormone during this period. Fibroid affect mostly obese people. If you're obese, you are overweight, you are at risk of having fibroids. Then fibroids affect you if you have not given birth for the very first time. You have higher risk of having fibroids. This fibroid can vary in sizes, can come as a size of a seed to a size of a melon or even a table tennis ball, and it can come in a different forms. It can come just like one fibroid. You can have multiple fibroids. It can occupy anywhere in the womb. So we have different types of fibroid depending on their location. We have the intramural fibroids, which is the fibroid that is found in the muscle layer of the womb. Then we have the subserosa, which is the fibroid that is found outside the womb, inside the pelvis. We have the submucosa, from the name mucous membrane, just under the mucous membrane of the womb. So regardless of the location, fibroids is still fibroids. Some people can go with fibroids without experiencing any symptoms. Once they reach menopause, the fibroid will shrink and die. Some people can experience severe complications or even symptoms like heavy bleeding or heavy, menstrual flow, intermittent bleeding between the cycles. They may have bleeding during sexual intercourse, painful, sexual intercourse, painful menstrual flow. They may have constipation. They may even have lower abdominal pain, lower back pain. Some even can have fertility problems depending on the location of the fibroids. If you're not really experiencing any symptom, please just wait and watch. Don't touch that fibroid. It will shrink. All right? Leave it there, it will shrink. It's just a matter of eating this food that will help to deprive the fibroids of their nutrients, deprive them of what they really want, what actually triggers their growth. They would shrink, they would die. All right? So now let's talk about the food you need to eat to reduce this size of these fibroids. Okay, one of the food you need to eat is just Mediterranean diet. What is Mediterranean diet? It's just a diet that is rich with fruits, vegetable, fatty fish, legumes, fruits and vegetables, frozen, dry, fresh. Low ones. These fruits and vegetables are dense in antioxidants, they are dense in anti-inflammatory effect. Actually, you need all these to shrink the fibroids. You need all this to reduce inflammation, to reduce angiogenesis, that is blood supply to the fibroids. You need these to reduce fibrosis. These are the things that will actually shrink the fibroids. So when you eat something like blueberries, broccolis, garlics, they are so good at this. Right? This will help you to shrink these fibroids. Then another thing you need to do to reduce the size of this fibroid is reducing alcohol intake. Alcohol actually increases estrogen release, and estrogen is the hormone that feed fibroids. So the more estrogen you have, the more your fibroid will grow. So alcohol intake will increase your risk of having fibroid. Lose weight. The more fatty cells you have, fatty cells produce more estrogen. The more fatty cells you have, the more estrogen you will have. And this will also keep on feeding your fibroids and they'll keep on increasing in size. That is why it's very, very, very important that you engage in weight management plan. If you have fibroids, you also need to engage in what we call intermittent fasting. It's very good for you to shrink the fibroids, for you to deprive the fibroids of their nutrients. All right. Then another thing you need to do is that you also need to balance your estrogen level. There are certain food you have to stop eating, like soya, cheese. These foods are known to increase hormones. Okay, you just have to cut down on this food so that you can be able to balance your estrogen level, and you reduce contact with some chemicals that actually affect our hormones, right? Something like pesticides, fertilizers, paint, all these chemicals. You can have contact with your skin, they can actually penetrate your skin and affect your hormones balance. So you can actually reduce contact with all these chemicals. All right. You also have to lower your blood pressure. We know high blood pressure. I just realized that people that have fibroid, most of them have high blood pressure. So you also have to lower your blood pressure as well. Okay. It's very, very important. We know, we have already discussed about blood pressure, the food you need to eat to reduce salt intake, the tips to reduce salt intake is very, very, very essential. Okay. Lastly, you need to get more of vitamin D. Vitamin D is very, very essential. It's good to boost your immunity. It's good for your bone formation. It's also good to prevent inflammation. So you need to get more of vitamin D, either from supplementary form, from tablets, or even from food we eat. These are just the few things you should do if you want to shrink your fibroids, okay? But what I want to tell you is that you don't need to worry yourself. If you don't experience any symptoms, don't worry yourself. Just wait and watch. It will shrink after menopause. Or if it becomes so severe, it's really disturbing you from, getting pregnant, you can go for, surgery. All right. Thank you so much for your amazing time. Share with your friends.